Welcome to the Morning Download Podcast, your go-to resource for personal finance, economics, and market insights. In just 8 minutes a day, we provide valuable information to help you make better money decisions. Don't forget to sign up for our free newsletter at https://www.morningdownload.com/subscribe. Let's dive right in. In today's episode, we'll cover inflation numbers, Atlanta Fed chief's expectations, stock market records, Bitcoin's milestone, personal finance tips, and Seth Klarman's insight on investing.
Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic recently stated that he doesn't anticipate any rate cuts until the summer. He believes that the nation's inflation rate will align with the Federal Reserve's target by the end of 2024. Bostic's assessment indicates that the first move to lower interest rates may occur sometime during the summertime. Currently, interest rates are at a 23-year high. Bostic expressed confidence in the economy and expressed satisfaction with the labor market figures. This positive sentiment makes it more likely that there will not be a rate cut in March. However, to gain a better understanding of inflation trends, we will have to wait for the year's first inflation report, which is due today. In other news, it has been reported that Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, will be relocating to Miami, potentially saving him over $600 million in taxes. Additionally, the managing director of the IMF has stated that Russia's economy is in for challenging times, despite an improved growth outlook. Lastly, a U.S. judge has ordered Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla, to testify in the Securities and Exchange Commission's investigation into his Twitter activities. It's been quite the roller coaster ride lately, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average reaching new heights on Monday. Investors are eagerly waiting for updates on inflation and earnings data. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 index had a minor slip but managed to stay above 5,000. Speaking of earnings, we've seen quite a mix of results. Cadence Design Sys didn't have a great day, sliding 4% due to poor guidance, despite reporting strong earnings. On the other hand, ZoomInfo Technologies had a fantastic day, gaining 3% during regular trading hours and a whopping 5% after the closing bell. Last week, PepsiCo faced some challenges with declining sales caused by high borrowing costs and lower personal savings. Today, it's Coca-Cola's turn to report their earnings. Let's see how they fare. Here's an interesting tidbit. Activist investor Carl Icahn recently called JetBlue Airways undervalued, and it seems his endorsement worked wonders. The company's shares soared 10% following his statement. Icahn holds a 10% stake in the airline, so his opinion carries some weight. Now, let's talk about ARM, which seems to be on fire. Following in the footsteps of NVIDIA, ARM's stock has been labeled the next AI darling. In fact, yesterday it skyrocketed 29%. Talk about unstoppable momentum. Bitcoin investors have reason to celebrate as the popular cryptocurrency has crossed the $50,000 mark after a 2-year wait. This is a significant milestone for Bitcoin, especially considering the launch of spot ETFs last month, which initially failed to push the price above this key psychological level and even resulted in a sell-off. It made many people question the viability of these new Bitcoin products. However, this week has been the best one for Bitcoin since December 8th, with a 76% increase by Friday. Inflows into cryptocurrencies are on the rise, and confidence in digital currencies is once again growing. Additionally, with the availability of platforms like Zelix, using BTC to make purchases on Amazon has become a reality. This increasing adoption of Bitcoin is definitely contributing to its recent surge in price. Now that Bitcoin has crossed $50,000, the new resistance level to watch is $48,600. If the coin manages to hold its position around this level, it could set its sights on reaching $55,000 in the near future. This positive momentum and growth further fuel the enthusiasm among Bitcoin investors as they hope for continued success with the cryptocurrency. So, let's talk about personal finance and how you can secure a better financial life. In this first part, we'll cover some tips that can make a real difference. The first tip is to use cash instead of credit whenever possible. Plastic money is convenient, but it's important to remember that you have more control over cash. Using cards can sometimes lead to overspending or accumulating debt, so try to develop the habit of using cash whenever you can. However, there are times when using cards can be beneficial, such as earning points or getting discounts. Just make sure to pay on time and consider using debit cards rather than credit cards. Another important tip is to educate yourself about personal finance. You're already on the right track by reading this newsletter, but there are many other ways to expand your knowledge. You can check out podcasts, attend seminars, or even consider taking online finance courses. The world of finance is constantly evolving, so staying ahead of the curve will help you make informed decisions. While educating yourself is important, it's equally important to be cautious when it comes to loans. Avoid taking on unnecessary debt, including credit card loans and student loans. However, a well-planned mortgage for a house can be beneficial, as it allows you to have a home without undue financial burden. Just make sure that you're confident in your ability to repay any loans you take on to avoid damaging your credit score. Remember, your financial standing is valuable, and taking steps to secure it will set you up for a more stable future. Hey there! Ready for today's quote of the day? Well, here it is. Investing is the intersection of economics and psychology, according to Seth Klarman. And you know what? He's got a point. When it comes to investing, it's not just about crunching numbers and analyzing data. It's also about understanding the human element, the psychology of the market. People's emotions, beliefs, and behaviors can greatly influence financial markets. Think about it. Fear and greed drive market movements. When investors are fearful, they panic and sell, causing prices to drop. On the other hand, when they're greedy, they jump on the bandwagon and buy, driving prices up. To be a successful investor, you need to consider the economic factors, like supply and demand, interest rates, and economic indicators. But equally important is understanding the psychology behind market participants' decision-making processes. Having a solid understanding of human behavior and how it impacts the market can give you an edge. It can help you spot opportunities and make better investment decisions. So if you're diving into the world of investing, remember that it's not just about the numbers. It's about the intersection of economics and psychology. Keep that in mind, and you might just make some smart moves in the market.
In today's episode, we covered a range of topics, including the latest inflation numbers, stock market reaching new highs, Jeff Bezos' tax savings, the IMF's predictions for Russia's economy, Elon Musk's involvement in an SEC probe, updates on Bitcoin's surge, the performance of various stocks, and valuable advice on personal finance and investing. Thanks for tuning in to the Morning Download, your go-to podcast for personal finance, economics, and market insights in just 8 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe for more helpful content and sign up for our free newsletter at morningdownload.com/subscribe.